Hey, Lucian. You starting to make something here? Okay, this is my studio. This is an old barn that I fixed up and turned it into my studio. This is like paradise in here. This is where over here is my presses. This is an etching press here that I do my etchings. Actually, I do dry points. I don't do etchings because I stay away from the chemicals. I could show you that later. And here is my litho press, old-fashioned litho press. I just finished a series of lithographs. There's a whole series of lithographs that I just finished. And I made like a book. I like to make books. This is like a book of lithographs. It's not about me, it's about the work. Over here I do, this is when I do my lithographs, I use I still use the old-fashioned method. I print off stones. I don't know how many people are still doing this, but I'm still doing it. I've been doing it since 1949. I started doing my first lithographs. Here's where I do my painting. I've always been told that I don't have a style. My style is me. My work reflects my life. So I don't worry about, just repeating the same stuff. I can do one thing one day and another thing the next day. It doesn't matter to me. It's all one. It's all about the work. And so I could do, this is a series of paintings. This is like, I did that whole series of paintings. It's like Nicholas de Stael, which is outside, meets Van Gogh on the inside, but it's put together with the help of Orson Welles. That's what this painting is all about. And that's how my mind works. It's all one. It all comes together as one. This is all my painting stuff. Not very neat, but it serves my purpose. It does exactly what I want it to do. This is my work table here. This is my sculptures, where I keep my sculpture. I love doing sculpture. This is all clay. This is all fired clay here. You get some of this, get to see some of this stuff. It's really all this little figurines. And if I going too fast for you, Lucian? There's a lot to see here. You can't see it all. It's impossible. That's the object of this video is for one purpose only. This stuff has to be seen in person. There's no other way to understand what I do. A lifetime of work. It's got to be seen. I can't talk about it. I can't show you pictures of it. There's a gold mine here of over 60 years of work. And it must be seen by somebody. And that's the object of this video that my son is doing for me. This is where I fool around and do sculpture. And these are all these kind of crazy little things. Here's like from a from some kind of a wheels from a carriage. I made a little figure. It's all funny stuff. Here's a toilet seat. Here's a Polaroid in a box like a ancient dinosaur. These are all funny things. I can't explain it. Those are my three figures. The Son, the Father, the Holy Ghost. My dream was to turn those three things into bronze and put it in a park with benches all around it. That was my dream for those three plaster figures. I do all kinds of stuff. Up here is the mezzanine. I call it the mezzanine. Up here is all storage. All the years of storage is up here. I want to show you, start over here. If you can see anything here. These paintings were from southern France in 1950s. These are old paintings. These are all old from the 50s. This is the apple orchards up in the Catskills. This is from southern France here. It's all old. This is all from southern Spain, a bunch of pictures. All these paintings here. There are all kinds. I got flower paintings and abstract paintings, and everything is all mixed together. I make boxes. These are boxes, little things, funny little things, like Joseph Cornell made boxes. I always made boxes. In here. This has to be seen. I can't talk about it. In here, the cabinets. Look at these cabinets. These are all drawings. Drawings go back from my childhood. When I was 15 years old, I got drawings here from my childhood, 15 years old, right up to today, 2015. You figure out, that's a lifetime of work. It's all, these drawings are incredible. I don't even know I wouldn't even know what to show anybody. They're all labeled. This is 1979 to 1982. See what's there. What the hell is it? Look at that stack. Full of stuff. They're full of things. Collages. Look at all these collages. Crazy collages. What the hell is this? Well, I can't. What can you do with this? See if I can get this out. I just want to show you one thing here. Look at that. That's a collage with cutouts. These are all collages here. And up here, this is I built all this stuff. This was all one. This was a barn that I just had one floor. I put these floors on. There were no floors. This was they stored the hay here. They had the cows down below. There's a pulley system. There were big windows up there. They used to bring the hay and dump it down to the cows. So it took me a couple of years. There's an old painting from the 50s. This is my first wife when she was pregnant. Look at that. I was very much involved with the German Expressionists and painting. I was an expressionist type painter. And then when I left all of that, I don't want to show too much of this stuff. Look at these paintings. This in the 50s. I was living on 50th Street, 2nd Avenue, over here. At that time, and then something happened, and I started to change. I started to change in the late 50s. Something happened, and I changed. I went here, and little by little, things change. There's never the same. I never stay the same. There's paintings back there that are incredible, and there's nothing I can. You gotta just photograph this stuff. I can't talk about it. These paintings over here, Lucian. These are all like influenced, of course, by the great master de Kooning, and I painted. I knew de Kooning. I met de Kooning in 1949 when I had a loft on 4th Avenue between 9th and 10th Street, and de Kooning had a studio right around the corner on 10th Street between 4th and 3rd Avenue, and that's where I met him, and he was painting his first he was working on the woman series, and that's where I met him, and he was very nice to me. I was just a kid. Well, I was 21 years old, just starting out, and he took me under it, and he was very nice to me. He used to take me to the Cedar Street Bar and the 8th Street Art Club, and I met Franz Klein there. I guess what you would call me would be the second generation New York abstract painters, and I painted all these abstract pictures. And de Kooning had a medium that he made with plaster, and he told me about it, and I started making paintings, mixing the plaster into the paint. And all these are all abstract paintings. This whole series of paintings. That's based on the river. That's based on the river. When I was in the Catskills, I was very influenced by the river that just kept flowing over the rocks, and whatever debris was in there, the water would wash it away. And that's how I paint. That's how I feel about my painting. It's all beyond me, beyond my comprehension. It comes from a source unknown to me. And all the debris of life is all here, in the work. This series of paintings were in 1985, I think it was. It was an exhibition at Cornell University. I had a big exhibition of these big paintings at Cornell. So I'll just show you some of them that I was working at that time. You have enough time to see it? You just see them. I had a lot of fun doing these. I was trying to break out into other spheres. I think for the first time, I was beginning to find my own way. Although it was always my own way. I painted them. Here's a bunch of old paintings I want you to see. which was done a little bit after I did those paintings at Cornell. This series of paintings. So I just kept moving. This is what you called my squiggly period. All right, that's enough. Okay, this is I call this the addition. This I added on myself. I think it was 6 years ago, because I ran out of room in the rest of the place. Hard as it is to believe that I ran out of room in that humongous barn. So I built this addition. And once I built this addition, it was like a gold mine of new space for me to work. So now it's getting filled up, but I'm not building anymore. Anyway, this is the paintings in here. So I don't even know where to begin. Well, I'll just slide some pictures over that I'd like you to see. This I did for my wife. She loved Valentine's Day, so that's what I did for her. I don't have it. These are huge paintings. Yes, I did a series. I did a whole series of paintings of clowns, and this is one of them. There's another one. Wait a minute. This gotta go. This way. That's a whole series of clowns, which I also did in lithographs. I have a whole series of clown lithographs. Man, look at that. But you see, I could do this, and I could do those real abstract things like I showed you before. So there's no difference to me. It's all one. That's what I tried to say before. It's all to me the same thing. It's whatever moves me in my life, whatever I see. There's another clown painting. Oh, Mamma Mia! That's something, huh? With the megaphones and the baby coming out and the upside down baby crucifixion. There's the clown show. Recently these are pretty recent, I got involved with the double helix, and I started doing this whole series of paintings with the double helix. But I was still doing my heart things, since I did all those paintings with the hearts and all these little prints with hearts. So this is I started doing, I do a lot of collage paintings. And this is like a little bit of a mini history, because in 1970 I did videotapes, reel-to-reel tapes. Then I had them transferred to VHS tapes. Then I had them transferred to DVDs. It's all outdated. Maybe even the damn paintings are outdated. Who the hell knows? So that's what these paintings are. What's over here is all my prints. They're all in boxes and in portfolios. I make these myself. These are all the dry points here. These are all dry points. Here, I love to make books. Here's a book. The book is called The Gift. It's a series of prints. This is a series of dry points. It's called Opera Series. I just try to get you I love to do prints in series. This is a series. Can you see this? You okay? These are prints. Dry points. These are all dry points. Oh, big. These are all based on paintings. I have a whole series of paintings called Opera Series. These are striking prints. That's the last. Oh, okay, that's the last. What's the epitaph? Okay, that's the series of Opera Series dry points. On this side is all lithographs going back to my first lithographs in 1950 and going all up to today. Up here are 2 boxes of woodcuts that I started in 1950 and that I still do woodcuts. I love doing woodcuts. These are all woodcuts in here. I'm not going to show you, and you got to come up and see this, that's all. And here is a series of lithographs I did based on Manet's Olympia.